Preparation and just research. You know, if you want to dig into a topic, like the way I wrote this film, I did a case study of about 30 women who went through postpartum, and that helped me basically build a story around it.
Welcome to Conversations with Verdel Jones. I'm your host, Verdel Jones, and we are about empowering your passion with purpose. Thank you so much for joining us. I have a special guest here at Conversations with Verdel Jones. Back again, I have Jamal Smart. He's a filmmaker of the recently released Behind the Joy.
Behind the Joy.
Yes, which focuses on the impact of postpartum depression, not only on women, but really the family. So we wanted to bring him back because he has experienced phenomenal success with this film. So Jamal, thank you so much for being back on Conversations.
Thank you for having me again.
So it's been a little bit since you've been here. You were here and we actually taped in December.
Yes.
I look back, we taped in December. Since then, what has been the most exciting development you've seen with regard to your film?
The most exciting development is how many people are just excited to see the movie or just seeing the movie, and just how many people are like, oh my God, I love it so much. And you know, because as creatives, you always get in your head, like you see the micro mistakes, but people are just saying like how much they love the movie, how much they want to get involved. Actually, one cast member and one crew member and my cousin, her name is Natasha Hilton. She's actually the host of the Postpartum Diaries, which is a live panel I do. They all became doulas because they was inspired by the movie.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh wow. That's a testament to the power of the film. And we had the pleasure of seeing your film at the screening. Yes. And I remember walking out of there saying, this was so well done.
Thank you.
And I asked you, at the end, like we were getting ready to leave, and I said, well, what's next? And you were like, oh, I don't know. I'm going to go back to work. Whatever it was you said. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't think he understands.
No, I don't understand.
So like when you first released it, did you imagine that it was going to have the kind of momentum that it's getting now?
No, because I did it because it was three reasons why I did it. I did it because I wanted to always shoot a movie. The second reason I did it because I wanted to showcase my talents from writing, shooting, directing, all through. And the third reason I did it to bring my community together. Because a lot of times, the only time we see all of our friends and family is at a funeral, but nothing ever joyous. So I wanted to create something that, everyone come out dressed to the nines, everyone see each other like, oh, I haven't seen you so long, then enjoy something and just take it in. And that we actually walk away with an experience.
Right. And an experience, but also armed with knowledge too. Yes. And because I think some people may not have known the impact of postpartum depression, not only the impact, but that they're not going through it by themselves.
Yes.
So your character, what was the name of the main character?
Naomi.
When she was experiencing what she was experiencing, you really, you felt her pain. And there were so many women there that could relate to what she was going through and the trauma that really happens during that. And from the man's perspective too.
Yes.
So your film takes a deep dive into this meaningful theme of postpartum depression. How have you seen it contribute to conversations, not only conversations, but you mentioned the doulas and action, but what other, how has the community kind of been touched by it?
So May 8th, I did a screening at Kingsborough College, and after the screening, we had a panel discussion, and a father, he got up and he said this is the first time he's sharing his story, that he said he's seen himself in the Naomi character, and he sees how much women have to deal with, and he shared a private story saying that, the first day his child came home and the baby couldn't stop crying, and he got so frustrated that, he kind of shoved the baby to the bed, and he said that was the first time he ever saying that because he feels safe and feels confident that he can say that because something like this exists, and something like that didn't exist, he wouldn't be able to say that.
Wow.
So, being seen, being heard, being validated are just all coming throughout this movie.
Absolutely. Wow. I remember there's one part in the movie, I'm not going to spoil it, but there was one part in the movie, and my husband and my daughter were there, and we were like, oh no, she's not going to do that. No, she's not going to do that. Oh my goodness. And her the father, he just couldn't understand what was going on. And I love how how that story kind of evolved as well. So what type of partnerships, because you have a lot of partnerships now and collaborations and a lot of people that you're working with in relation to this film and the message that it shares. So what kind of collaborations have you been working with?
So I've been working extensively with the Postpartum Resource Center of New York, Suffolk County Minority Health, Women Diversity Network, Long Island Dual Association. Those are like the main people, but the list is going on. It's just pending right now, so I can't really say their names and stuff like that.
Yeah, so people, and you did such a marvelous job of getting the word out.
Yes.
The screening was just, it was packed.
Yes.
And your family, but not only family, but people in the industry as well came out to see this film, and you did such a great job of making sure that people knew about it. So it was phenomenal. It was
boots
so
on
good.
ground.
Yes,
boots on ground.
Right, exactly. You did such a great job with that. So with all of these, the success that you're experiencing now, how are you managing that? Like scaling what you're doing at this point, and how are you handling these new opportunities that are coming to you?
God. But I'm not gonna cap out with that answer. But I write a lot of things down on my calendar. I make sure I answer emails, and I picked up this new strategy. It's in 4 quadrants. It's important, urgent, not important but urgent, not important but urgent, and not important, not urgent.
Right.
So I've been using that strategy, and it's really been helping me a lot. I say, okay, I have to email this person back. I have to do this. I have to do this. So that's how I've really been managing it all, and not letting it really go to my, because this is only the beginning. The first release is only the beginning, and I want so many people to hear this story and like really digest it, and like, okay, I see myself in that, and I like if a guy can write that, then I should be able to pick up on that and just like be a better person.
So you don't have an assistant?
No. I did for a couple months. I did have a PR, and her name is Richardine. She's amazing. She helped me a lot. She helped me like articulate my words, what things to say, and everything. She's just amazing. And she's been helping me a lot, just formulating like, okay, you should be saying this or you're saying that. Yeah.
So what is next in reference to this film? I know you have a screening coming up on July 11th.
Yes.
But other than the screenings and things like that, do you enter in festivals? Like, how does that work? Is there licensing involved? Like, how does all that work?
So I did get into 3 film festivals. I just had, I just won 11 awards from the New York Movie Awards.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Congratulations!
Then I got into another film festival in Niagara Falls, Canada.
Okay.
Then I got into another film festival in Atlanta. That's gonna be amazing. And yeah, just taking it all in. And I have like a screening coming up in the Bronx. A screening in Queens that's going to be in August. Yeah, just one step at a time.
Wow, and it just kind of snowballs. So you have to kind of be able to manage it and figure out what's important, like you said. So that's great that you have that tool to help you with that. So July 11th is a screening on Long Island, and it's going to be at the Huntington Cinema Arts Center.
Yes.
People can get information. We'll put something up so people could see that.
You can go to the website, behindthejoy.com.
Okay.
Behindthejoy.com.
What advice would you give any filmmakers who are trying to tell a bold and honest story such as yourself, and doing it on your own terms?
Preparation and just research. If you want to dig into a topic, like the way I wrote this film, I did a case study of about 30 women who went through postpartum, and that helped me basically build a story around it.
Okay.
So, like, let's say if you want to do a story about autism, you know, talk to the mothers and the fathers who are dealing with autism to build a story, you know. Or, you know, you can say gun violence. You can talk to people who got incarcerated and went through gun violence on the other side. So I like to say a lot of research, a lot of preparation.
Really nice. Yeah, that's really great. And you can tell that you did that. I didn't know that you had done that, but it really does come through in the authenticity of the story that was told. Yeah. So, and there were some funny bits in there too, which made it, you know.
That's just my humor.
Yeah, no, and I love that. I thought that was great, a great way to address that. So, with the success of Behind the Joy, what is next? Do you have any new projects that you might think of?
Yes.
Can we get a sneak peek of that? Or
I don't have a sneak peek yet. I'm actually going to be shooting this soon. I am writing you know how like 50 Cent has his like power universe and stuff like that. I'm doing something like that with Behind the Joy. This short film is going to be called Before the Joy. It's a story about a woman that has poor prenatal care, but it's told from a man's mental health perspective and how he has to go out his way to remind his wife, like, yo, you got to take care of yourself because this and this can happen, and she's not taking it as serious. And you know the reason why I chose this topic because a lot of our don't take care of themselves.
Right.
When women are pregnant, they don't like to like go out there and exercise or just making sure that you're up and not drinking enough water.
Eating
and
right.
And I wanted to go to the extreme, like a woman is like losing her hair or missing a tooth, because all those things can happen if you have poor prenatal care. But she is to the fact like, oh, nothing will happen, blah blah blah. But the man is like, no, I want you to survive. I want you to live because you can die on the table. You know, like black mentality is really a big thing.
It really is.
So if I can build the story to say like, okay, if a woman sees herself in that character, then you know it can help. You know,
that's great. I mean, Jamal, I just want to say I love the fact that the caring and the understanding and the type of work that you're doing to bring awareness to these topics is very commendable.
Thank you.
So I really do thank you. And it's so, you know, like you said, you're a man doing this. Yeah, of course, you care about people.
Yes.
Right? But for you to go the extra mile to do the research and to find out this information is just phenomenal. So I really thank you for doing that and just producing such a great product.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
So how can people stay connected with you and what's next? Like if they want to see the film, you have a couple film festivals, but how can they keep connected with you? Because you have some new stuff that you're working on.
Yes.
So how can they stay connected?
You can go to BehindTheJoy.com. You can also go to Instagram, Behind the Joy Film, and just follow those two resources. Everything is up there. I like to post. I don't post on schedule. I post whenever I want. So just follow those. Follow the website and just follow the Instagram, and you'll be up to date on everything.
Thank you. I love that. I love the power 50 Cent concept.
Yes.
So thank you so much for coming back to Conversations with Verdel Jones. It's been a pleasure. I'm very proud of you. So everybody, thank you so much for watching Conversations with Verdel Jones. Make sure you check out Behind the Joy on all those platforms, right? Behind the Joy.
BehindTheJoy.com, Behind the Joy Films on Instagram, Behind the Joy Films on TikTok.
Yes, make sure that you do that. You want to keep up and stay connected with this man because he's really doing some big things and really making a big impact on our community. So again, thank you. Thank you everybody for watching Conversations with Verdel Jones, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and follow us on social media so you will never miss an episode.